For our last topic, no, ito yung ating series and sequences. So, ano pinagkaiba ng sequence tsaka ng series? When you say sequence, no, it is numbers in order. Okay? So, meron yung pattern, no? It could be a constant increment, it could be a multiplication na increment, and so on, no? When you say series, no, it is the sum of those numbers in sequence. Meron tayong tatlo dito, no? This is your arithmetic, geometric, and harmonic progressions. First, we have here the arithmetic progression. So, ano man to siya? So, for example, no, meron tayong numbers dito, no? We have here A1, A2, A3, A4, and so on. Okay? So, these are numbers in sequence, no? In order, kung saan no, meron tayong constant increment or constant na pag-decline. Now, sabihin natin meron tayong first term dito, A1. To get your second term, A2, ang gagawin mo dito is you get the first term and then dagdagan mo lang or bawasan mo ng constant increment. And that is your D value. Okay? Your D is your common difference. Okay? Next, no, if you want to get the third term, ang gagawin mo lang, you get the second term, then add ulit yung common difference. Okay? So basically, no, nag-i-increment tayo constantly with D value every single time. So yan yung ating arithmetic progression. Well, actually guys, no, ito, pag i-continue mo yan, may makikita kang pattern actually. So for example, no, itong A2 plus D. Diba A2, that is A1 plus D, diba? So I have here A1 plus D plus D. Or this will become, no, i-combine mo yan, that will become A1 plus 2D. And from here, no, may magagawa tayong general formula. If you want to get the nth term in the sequence, no, nth term, so you notice here, you have here A1, A1, then if nag-3 tayo dito, ang value dito is 2. So that is why this is n minus 1. Okay? So if 3 yan, 2 dito. If this is n minus 1. Then you multiply it with your common difference D. Okay? So dyan nanggaling yung ating general formula for your arithmetic progression. Now, yung arithmetic progression natin, guys, no, pag i-plot mo yan into a Cartesian plane, okay, you have here an x and y na graph. Sabihin natin si x, guys, no, ito yung nth term. And then si y naman, yung the value at the nth term. So, for example, no, ito yung ating A1, no? May A1 ka dyan. Next naman, you have your A2. Next naman, you have your A3. So, first term, second term, third term, and so on. You'll realize sa graph na meron tayong mapo-form na straight line. Actually, guys, no, yung arithmetic progression, it will create a straight line. And we know line, meron yung formula na y is equal to mx plus b. Now, we will discuss this, no, later sa analytic geometry. So, aside from increasing na sequence, no, pwede rin magkaroon ng decreasing na sequence, yung arithmetic progression. As long as straight line pa rin yung magagawa natin na shape. Now, guys, to solve arithmetic progression, since meron tayong straight line dito, to define a straight line, kailangan lang natin ng 2 points. So, for example, no, given ka first term, given ka rin ng third term, no, pang ilang term, tsaka anong value niya, pag meron kang 2 points, you can now define your arithmetic sequence. And from there, masosolve mo na any point dyan na, for example, gusto mong kunin ng fourth term, malalaman mo na agad yung value niyan. Now, aside from knowing the nth value at the nth term, sinosolve din natin minsan yung sum ng arithmetic progression. Kasi ito yung tinatawag natin na series na, yung sum ng sequence. To get the sum, no, isa sa formula natin is this one, no, you have n over 2, a1 plus an. So, paano mo to nakuha yung formula yan? Actually, guys, no, nanggaling lang yan, no, sa same concept sa pagkuha ng area ng trapezoid. So, for example, no, first term yan, okay? Ito yung A1 natin. Ito, nth term yan. Ito yung value niya, AN. Then, this is your N distance, no? To get the area of your trapezoid, diba, that is 1/2 base 1 plus base 2 times height, diba? So, base 1 plus base 2, ito yun na, yung A1 tsaka AN. No? Ito yun siya. Then, you have your height over 2. This is n over 2. Bali, yung n yung nagsilbing height, no, if we relate this to trapezoidal area. So, dyan nanggaling yung ating formula, first formula in getting the sum of arithmetic progression. For the second formula naman, guys, na medyo mahaba siya, okay, we have here the n over 2 times 2a1 plus n minus 1 times d. Now, before we answer the problem, no, ito muna, what if yung problem hindi tayo given ng first term. Okay, hindi first term binigay. What if ang binigay is, binigyan tayo the value at the 13th term and then the value at the 15th term. Can we solve the value at the 17th term? If, for example, ganito yung tanong. Walang first term, no? Can we solve this value? Well, the answer is yes, okay? As long as given tayo ng 2 points, we can get the succeeding points. Either mag-extrapolate tayo or mag-interpolate. Now, sa ating formula, sir, A1 man palagi, paano ko i-solve yan if ganun? Actually, guys, no, pinaka-general na formula dito, that is AN is equal to AM plus N minus M times D. So, basically, guys, no, instead of using 1 here at saka 1 here, gumamit ka lang ng M at saka M. Okay, yan yung pinaka-general. So, pwede may pasok dito, no? Pwede may pasok dyan. You have now A15 is equal to A13 plus 15 minus 13 times D. So, since given man to, given to, alam mo to, makukuha mo yung common difference. So, pag meron ka ng common difference, you can now insert it no, to find the 17th term. So, that is A17 is equal to A13 plus 17 minus 13 times your solved na common difference. Masasolve mo na yan. Now, aside from using this manual solution, no, using the formula, pwede mo rin itong isolve, guys, no, using Caltech solution. So, I believe, no, tapos na kayo sa Caltech module, no, yung module 0 natin. So, since straight line ito, following y is equal to mx plus b, pwede tayong pumunta sa mode 3-2. Kasi yung mode 3-2, may format yan na y is equal to a plus bx. In which, no, this formula is very the same, no? Very the same dito sa ating formula ng straight line natin. Okay? Basically, no, linear equations lang yan. And because of that, pwede mong i-model yung arithmetic progression using mode 3-2 kasi it is a straight line. So, ipapasok po natin dito sa x, no, is yung pang ilang term tayo at saka sa y, ipapasok mo yung value at that term. So, for example, kanina, di ba? For example, given tayo ng 13th term tsaka 15th term. So, ipasok mo yung 13 tsaka 15 na term, then ipasok mo yung value nila. Then, after that, you press AC, then punta tayo sa apps, no? If Canon yung ginagamit natin, okay, or Shift 1 para sa mga Casio users pa. Then, hanapin mo po yung, no, gawin natin ha, mode 3-2. Then, example lang, press AC, then press sa apps, then punta tayo sa number 8, no, regression. Okay? Apps tayo, then number 8, regression. Now, depende na sa problem, guys, na kung ano yung kukunin mo na value dyan. For example, naghahanap kayo ng value at the 17th term. Okay? Ito yung hanap, no, yung value sa 17th term. So, given tayo ng pang 17th term na we know the pang ilang term, we just don't know ano yung value niya dito, no? Yung 17th term na yan. So, since given yung x value, unknown yung y, ang gagawin mo dyan sa calculator, ipapalabas nyo po yung y hat. Then, partneran mo yan sa given niya na x value, which is 17. Okay? So, that's how you get that value. Now, so, isipin nyo lang guys sa calculator na approach, kung sino yung hinahanap na variable, yan yung ipapalabas mo. For example, naghahanap ka ng y value kasi yung value at that term ang hinahanap. So, palabas ka ng y hat. So, for example, alamin mo pang ilang term yung value na sabihin nating 500. Example lang to, okay? So, hinahanap pang ilang term yan. So, therefore, naghahanap tayo ng x. So, if that is the case, no, palabas ka lang ng x hat, then partneran mo na ng given na y na 500. Okay? So, that's how we solve it using the approach ng calculator. The sixth term of an arithmetic progression is 17. And the 30th term is 38. Find the 19th term. So, ang given sa atin, guys, no, meron tayong 6th term. A6, no? Pang-anim na term natin, A6, the value is 17. And then, meron tayong pang-13 na term, ang value ay 38. Hinahanap sa atin, ano daw yung value ng 19th term? So, question mark yan. Now, solve muna natin ito as conventional method. Diba yung formula natin, that is, AN is equal to AM plus N minus M times common difference D. Okay, so ito yung pinaka-general, no, in case hindi tayo binigyan ng first term, like this problem. So, ipasok natin, guys, we have here A13 is equal to A6 plus, so, N minus M, so yung N ko 13, yung M ko dito 6, then times common difference. So, given man tayo ng A13, this is 38 is equal to 17 plus 13 minus 6 times common difference D. And from here, masosolve natin yung common difference. So, masolve natin na value is 3, okay? Now, after having this, ang hinahanap sa problem is yung ating 19th term. So, solve natin, palabas natin yung A19 using the same formula. You have AM, so gagamit tayo ng 6 na lang. A6, okay, plus no, you have n minus m. So, yung n mo ngayon is si 19 na kasi siya yung value dito. So, 19 minus 6 times common difference d. So, ipasok natin yung value ng a6. We have 17 here. Plus 19 minus 6 times common difference 3. And from here, masasolve na natin yung value. This will give us an answer of 56. Okay, so ito yung sagot natin, number 1. Now, if you want to solve this using the Caltech method, proceed na lang tayo sa mode 3-2 and then may lalabas dyan na table na x and y. And again, recap natin. Sa x, ipapasok natin yung pang ilang term. Sa y naman, ipapasok yung value at that term. So, we have here 6th term, the value is 17. 13th term, the value is 38. And after ma-input mo yung 2 points, no, enough na yan to define the arithmetic progression. So again, no, dalawang points lang yung kailangan, no, this one and this one. So pag sinabing point, guys, okay, sa graph natin, no, again, no, i-recap ko lang. Pag sinabing point, no, so may graph ka dyan, yung point that is composed of x and y. So your x here is yung pang ilang term, ito yung si x, si y naman is yung value at that term. Okay, so isang point yan, isang point din to. Okay? You press AC, proceed ka sa ups. Okay, then you press regression number 8. So, sige no, input mo natin sa calculator, mode 3-2, 6, 13, then you have 17, 38. Press AC, press ups, number 8, regression. And di ba hinahanap natin is yung value at the 19th term. So, given yung 19th term, o given yung x, unknown yung y natin. So, palabas tayo ng y hat. So, palabas yung 5, then pasukan ng 19th term. This will give us the same answer na 56. Okay, so kayo ba guys know if mag-manual ka ba or mag-Caltech? Number 2, what is the sum of all odd integers between 7 and 777? To solve this item, di ba, dalawa yung formula natin for sum. Okay, we have sum is equal to n over 2 a1 plus an. Mas madali ito, prefer natin itong gamitin, di ba? But you can only use this pag alam mo yung first term, alam mo yung last term, then alam mo yung number of terms. The second formula, we have here the, medyo mahaba, you have here n over 2, you have here 2a1 plus n minus 1 times common difference. So itong pangalawa guys, no, medyo mahaba siya, pero you can use it, no? Pag binigyan ka lang ng common difference, then meron kang first term. Okay, of course, no, dapat known din yung number of terms. So, as much as possible, we want to use the first formula kasi mas maikli, di ba? Mas maganda. Mabilis kang makasolve ng problem. Now, question is, meron ba tayong first term? Then, meron ba tayong last term? Well, the answer is yes, no, we can solve it. Pero guys, be careful ha. Ang ina-add natin dito, lahat ng odd integers, no? Pag sinabing odd integers, ito yung mga numero na odd, na buo. Okay? Integers, eh. Pag sinabing integer, mga buo yan. No? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, buo yun. Pero sinabi kasing odd. So, yung odd is yung, of course, alam niyo yung odd, that's 9, 11, and so on. No? So, be careful lang ha. Kasi nagmamatter ito yung wordings na between. So, pag sinabing between, ano yung ating first term na gagamitin dito? Sino yung magsisilbing A1 natin? So, between daw 7 and 777. So, be careful ha. Normal mistake nakikita natin, gumagamit sila ng 7. The answer, using A1 as 7 is wrong. Tama yung 7 pag yung word na ginamit ay from 7 to 777. So, yung starting mo 7, yung dulo mo 777. Okay? Tama yan. Pero guys, pag sinabi kasing between, no, pag may word ka na between, nasa gitna, di ba? So, may 7 ka dito, may 777 ka dyan, sila yung mga boundaries. So, yung sinabing between, ito sila dito. Therefore, hindi kasama yung 7, hindi kasama yung 777. Clear ba yun? Okay? Between yung wording sa, be careful. So, with that, no, with that idea, okay, ang magiging first term natin, that would be 9. Kasi, after 7, ang next na odd number is si 9, di ba? Meron ka lang common difference dyan na 2. Okay? Mag-a-add ka ng 2 palagi to get your next odd value. And then, yung pinakadulo natin, no, yung nth term natin, instead of 777, we'll be using 775. That is the values at integers between 7 and 777. Yung 9 tsaka 775. Now, to use the first formula, ang kailangan na lang natin dito is to know ilang terms ba meron tayo. To know ilang terms meron tayo, balik lang tayo sa ating normal formula na we have an is equal to am plus n minus m times common difference d. So yung an natin, we have here 775. The am natin, or the first term natin, we have here 9 plus n na unknown. Yung m natin dito, since first term yan, gagamit tayo ng 1. Then common difference, we know it as 2. Sige, no, solve natin. Let's get the value of n. So we have here 384 terms. Meron tayong 384 odd numbers between 7 and 777. So with this, we can now solve the sum ng ating odd integers. So you have here 384 over 2 plus first term na 9, last term 775. So solve natin yan. This will give us 150,528. So, ito yung sagot natin for number 2. Our next topic is about geometric progression. Okay? So, these are numbers in sequence, no? Na merong common ratio. So, for example, no, we have first term, second term, third term, fourth term, and so on. So, bali guys, no, yung ating progression, no, yung sequence natin, no, nag-multiply tayo palagi ng common ratio. So, meron siyang common ratio R, no? So, for example, if you want to get the value of the common ratio, you get the next term, i-divide mo lang siya sa previous term. Same pa rin yan, no? Common ratio yan. So, same yung value na yan kahit saan ka kumuha. Pwede ka kumuha sa fifth term, then i-divide mo siya sa previous term. Now, paano ba nakuha itong general equation in finding the nth term ng ating geometric progression? So, for example, I have here my first term. To get my second term, what I need to do is you get the first term, i-multiply ko yan ng common ratio. Next, to get my third term, I need to multiply the second term sa common ratio. And we know, diba, the second term, that is a1 times r. So, I have here a1 times r square. And from there, may makikita tayong pattern. If I want to get the nth term, no, ang gagawin ko lang, that is a1 times common ratio raised to n minus 1. If this is 3, this is 2. That's why na if n yan, this is n minus 1. Now, ang mukha ng isang geometric progression, guys, no, dalawa yan. It could be, no, pwede yang abrupt na up ganyan, no? Kasi panay-multiply tayo eh, no? For example, nag-start ka sa 1, then common ratio mo is 3. So, next term is 3, next is 9, next is 27, 81, and so on, no? Abrupt yung increase. That's why, no, curve yung mukha dyan. Okay? It could be abrupt na up, or it could also be abrupt na down. Okay? Kasi dalawa yan, di ba? It could be up, it could be down. So, when siya magiging down? Maging abrupt na down yan pag yung ating common ratio is less than 1. So, pag less than 1 yan, no, every term mo, pababa ng pababa yung ating number. So, ulitin ko lang, abrupt dapat yung bagsak dito kasi this is a geometric progression. Now, to get the sum of geometric progression, we have the formula here. So, you have a1 times 1 minus common ratio raised to n over 1 minus r. So, take note lang guys, may ibang reference kasi, no, na nagbibigay ng dalawang formula. Yan daw, or yung a1 r raised to n minus 1 over r minus 1. So, may nababasa pa akong if r less than ganyan, if r is greater than 1 daw, and so on. Actually, guys, no, itong dalawa, parehas lang yan. Okay? Huwag ka na mag-memorize ng dalawang formula for this, no? Anong lalabas dito sa left side? Same value yan sa right side, regardless ano yung value ng r. Of course, except the value r na 1. Okay? Kasi hindi pwede maging 1 yung common ratio. Kasi pag 1 yan, guys, no? If 1 yung common ratio, lahat ng terms natin dito, equal value yan. Okay? Wala tayong sequence. Now, aside from this formula ng sum, meron din tayong sum for infinite geometric progression. So, anong ibig sabihin ng infinite geometric progression? Bali guys, no? Infinite yung progression natin, no? Hanggang sa walang hanggan. Okay? Hindi matatapos yung progression. Now, if you think about it, sir, paano natin makukuha yung sum ng infinite na progression? Diba meron tayong formula dito for the normal na sum? If meron kang infinite na progression, therefore yung nth term natin, it will be infinite. Ano mangyayari if meron kang common ratio raised to infinite? Okay? So, depende yan guys, no, sa value ng r. So, itong formula ng sum of infinite geometric progression, gagana lang yan pag yung common ratio, no, absolute value of that, is less than 1. So, pag meron kang point something, no, less than 1, for example, 0.8, ni-raise mo sa infinity, ano mangyayari dyan? So, di ba, pakita natin ha, if meron kang point something, okay, ni-raise mo siya sa sum, ni-raise mo siya to an exponent, mas talong liliit yan, di ba? If square. Pag cube, maging 0.512 na lang. If gawin kong 10. Okay? Yun, naging 0.1 na lang. So, palaki ng palaki yung exponent, paliit ng paliit yung resulting value. So, pag infinite yan, therefore, ang term na to, no, yung term na to, makakancel yan. So, pag mag-cancel yan, ito na lang ngayon yung matitira. You have now a1 over 1 minus r. So, to visualize this sum of infinite geometric progression, again, possible lang to pag yung common ratio is less than 1. So, pag less than 1 yan, ito yung magiging graph natin, guys, no, like this. Okay? Going downward. Actually, guys, no, hanggang infinity yan, no, ganyan. Haba pa yan. Pero sa sobrang liit na nagdagdag sa pinakadulo, halos wala na siyang bearing, di ba? That's why, possible lang kumuha ng sum pag less than 1 yung r kasi magkakaroon ka ngayon dito ng definite area. Di ba? Ngayon magkukuha kang value dyan. Kasi guys, no, pag hindi kasi less than 1 yung r, ang mangyayari dyan, for example, napakita ko, if increasing yung ating value, you have something like this. Okay? So, hanggang infinity, palaki yan ng palaki, no, walang katapusan itong sum dyan, no, pag r is greater than 1. That's why, no, gagana lang yan pag r is less than 1. Okay? No, same concept lang din kanina sa ating arithmetic progression. You can also solve this using sa Caltech, no, mag-mode 3, 6 ka lang. So, sa mode 3, 6, no, may lalabas dyan na x and y. Same concept. Ang x, ipapasok yung pang ilang term. Sa y naman, ipapasok yung value at that specific term. Okay? So, again, no, you also need 2 points. Now, you might wonder, saglit lang, bakit 2 points? Diba kurbada yan? Kasi guys, no, yung ating mode 3, 6, may formula po kasi yung a, b raised to x. Yan po yung formula ng ating mode 3, 6, no, naka-exponent yan. Ito yung patandaan guys ha, to know ilang points yung kailangan for a given equation para ma-define mo siya. Bilangin mo lang yung number of unknowns. Of course, no, hindi mo isasali yung x and y kasi variable yan. Excluding that, meron ka lang a and b. Therefore, you only need 2 points para ma-define yung equation. Same concept, no, sa formula na y is equal to mx plus b or sa formula sa calculator na a plus bx, you only need 2 points sa arithmetic progression kasi meron tayo ditong dalawang unknown a and b. And again, na don't include si x and y kasi variable yan. So, pag ma-input mo na yung 2 points dito, to get your answer dyan, no, depende na lang ano yung tanong, if you're looking for the nth term na x or you're looking for the value at that term na y. So, again, no, you press AC, you go to ups, and then you go to regression 8, then depende na lang ano ipapalabas mo, si x hat ba or si y hat. So, sige na, let's have our sample problem. The number 28, x plus 2, 112, form a geometric progression. What is the 10th term? The second question, what is the sum of the geometric progression? So, di ba ang formula ng ating geometric progression, that is an is equal to a1 r raised to n minus 1. So, yun yung formula natin. But actually guys, no, yung pinaka-general formula natin, that is an is equal to am r raised to n minus m. So, same concept pa rin doon sa arithmetic progression, no? Kasi what if hindi ka binigyan ng first term? So, that's why no, ito talaga yung pinaka-general formula natin. Well, anyway, sa problem na to, since binigyan tayo first term, unknown yung second, known yung third, pwede tayong gumamit ng formulang yan. Now, we're looking for the 10th term. So, let's have muna yung ating given. Binigyan tayo first term, we have 28. Second term, unknown siya, no, naka x plus 2. Then, third term, we have 112. Actually, guys, no, we don't need actually the second term kasi given tayo ng first term at saka ng third term. And we only need 2 points to define geometric progression. So, enough na yan, yung first and the third. We can now answer the problem. Okay, so first, kuha muna tayo ng common ratio. So, we have here, third term is equal to first term, r, 3 minus 1. Okay, that's n minus 1, no? So, the third term, we have 112. First term, we have 28. Yung common ratio na hinahanap, raised to 2. And from here, may masolve tayong r. So, na-solve natin. So, yung common ratio natin ay 2. So, after getting the 2, hinahanap sa problem, ano daw yung ating 10th term. So, 10th term, that is a1 r 10 minus 1. So, first term, we have 28, 2 raised to 9. This will give us a value of 14,336. So, ito yung ating first answer. Now, second question, what is the sum of the geometric progression? To get the sum of geometric progression, no? So, from first term hanggang 10th term, may formula tayo doon. A1, you have 1 minus r raised to n over 1 minus r. So, first term natin, we have 28. 1 minus common ratio raised to ilang terms? 10 over 1 minus 2. So, sige, no, solve natin. We will get a value of 28644. So, ito yung sagot natin for number 3. Now, in case curious kayo, pakita rin natin yung solution if gumamit tayo ng Caltech. Okay, let's answer the first question again. What is the 10th term? So, ang gawin mo guys, no, proceed ka lang sa mode 3.6. Okay? May lalabas dyan na table X and Y. Again, sa X, ipapasok natin pang ilang term. Sa Y naman, ipapasok yung value at that specific term. So, meron tayo guys given na first term, the value is 28. Then, third term, the value is 112. Okay? Then, after that, you press AC, then you press ups, then you press number 8 for regression. O sige na, input natin, mode 3, 6. You have 1, 28, and 112. You press AC, you press ups, and you press number 8 for regression. So, for the first question, ang tanong sa atin guys, no, is the 10th term, di ba? To get the 10th term, ang gagawin mo, palabas ka lang ng y hat. Kasi no, ang hinahanap mo, given ka 10th term, question mark yung the value at the 10th term. So, si y, that is a y value. No, y value yung hinahanap natin. So, palabasin mo yung y hat, paresan mo lang yan ng given na x niya, which is the 10th term. Okay? So, palabas y hat, and you put here the 10. You'll get an answer here na 14336. No? The same answer kanina. Now, to get the sum, actually, no, walang direkta na sagot dito no, sa using the Caltech, pero pwedeng may workaround no, to get the value. If you recall, the mode 3.6, it follows the formula na a, b raised to x. So, yung formulang yan, di ba, if you compare it no, sa ating original formula, di ba, parang hawig na hawig dito. So, actually guys, no, if you can create an equation that will model this sequence, no, pwede mong gawin actually later is pag ma-model mo na to, pwede mong gawin to get the sum on the 10th term, pwede kang kumuha ng sum of a, b raised to x, no, from 1 hanggang 10, no, from the first term hanggang 10th term, pwede mo itong gawin to get the sum. Now, sir, how do we get the value of this a and b sa formula ng ating mode 3.6? So, dyan pa rin guys, no, sa apps ka, press number 8. Sa regression, yung A and B dyan, yan yung A at saka B dyan sa ating formula. So, for example, you have A, palabas ko lang, 14, store ko yan sa A. And then si B, okay, yan, store ko yan sa variable B. Now, after magawa mo yan, balik ka sa mode 1, then palabasin mo lang yung summation. So, yung summation kay sa kano, nasa ups yan, okay, balik ka sa mode 1 na, again, mode 1 ka, you press ups, then you press number 2, may summation na labas. When you follow the formula ng geometric progression, a times b raised to x. Then, depende na lang guys, no, ilang terms yung i-add mo. So, for our problem, no, naghanap tayo ng sum geometric progression, no, malamang, walang sinabi, pero logic na siya, from first term hanggang 10th term. So, lagay tayo first term hanggang 10th term. Okay? And you still get the same answer, guys. Okay? The same answer, you'll get 28644. You can also apply this technique actually guys, no? You can apply this doon sa arithmetic progression. But instead of AB raised to X, no? For arithmetic progression, to get the sum, instead of AB raised to X, ang ipapasok mo doon ay A plus BX. No? From pang-ilang term hanggang the last term. The first swing of the pendulum is 50 centimeter. If each swing is 80% of the preceding swing, how far does the pendulum travel before coming to rest? So, alam niyo yung pendulum, di ba? Yan yung ginagamit ng mga mag-hypnotize, okay? So, mag-swing yan, swing, 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 and so on, until titigil siya. Now, ang question sa atin, guys, is ano daw yung total distance travel nito, no? Yung paliit na distance na yan, i-total mo daw yan lahat, ano daw yung total travel distance na yan? Okay? Now, to solve this, no, actually, it follows a geometric progression or sequence, no? You have first term na 50. Okay, first swing niya. Next swing niya, magiging 50 times 0.8 na lang. Diba? Pagbalik niya, naging 50 times 0.8 times 0.8 ulit. Okay? Or basically, no, it follows the format na ganito, no? A1, then you have A1 times R, A1 R square, and so on. Diba? That is geometric progression. Now, if you want to get the sum of these values, okay? Since infinite yan, diba? We don't know when yung titigil, no? We don't know. Sobrang daming swing na yan. So, we can just consider this as infinite geometric progression, diba? So, to get that sum, ang gagawin lang natin, balik tayo sa formula na nakita natin kanina. That is A1 over 1 minus R. And make sure, ha, yung R natin is, okay, less than 1. Now, for this problem, ano man yung R natin? Sabi sa problem, each swing daw, 80% na lang daw yung kanyang travel distance from the preceding swing, no? 80% na lang. So, basically, no, A1 is 50. Second term, that is A1 times the 80%. Or technically, yung R natin dito is 0.8. Diba? Yan yung ating panay multiply dito. So, therefore, first term 50, you have 1 minus 0.8. This will give us a value of 250 centimeters. So, ito yung total distance traveled before siyang mag-stop. For our last topic, guys, no, yung harmonic progression, actually, there is nothing new here. Kasi, anong na-learn mo kanina sa arithmetic progression, i-apply mo rin dito sa harmonic progression. So, for example, meron tayong harmonic progression na A1, A2, A3, A4, and so on. Okay, and so on. So, ang gagawin mo lang, guys, first of all, i-inverse mo muna lahat ng values. Okay? So, pag sinabing inverse, magiging 1 over something siya. Okay? So, inverse it first, no? Inverse. After mo siya ma-inverse, you now treat this now as arithmetic progression. And yun na, tapos. Okay? Yun na yung harmonic progression. Make sure lang, guys, no, after kang mag-solve ng arithmetic progression, dapat ibabalik mo yung value sa ating ganitong format. Kasi, guys, ang sinosolve mo sa arithmetic progression, naka-inverse po yan. Okay? So, later, pag makuha ka ng, for example, the 16th term, to answer the problem in harmonic progression, i-inverse mo to ulit. Okay? To get your final answer. Okay? Clear ba yun? So, yun lang, guys, no, yung ating harmonic progression. The third term of harmonic progression is 15. The ninth term is 6. Find the 11th term. Okay. Binigyan tayo ngayon ng third term. The value is 15. And then the ninth term, the value is 6. So, di ba ang unang gagawin is first, pag harmonic progression yan, i-inverse mo muna yan. Okay? Inverse natin. So, yung 1 over 15, tsaka 1 over 6 na ngayon, yung third term and ninth term. After this, you treat this now as arithmetic progression. Okay? So, kayo bahala, no? Pwede ka mag-manual dito or pwede ka mag-caltech. O, sige, no? Para ma-practice yung caltech, pwede tayo mag-proceed sa mode 3-2. Okay? Lalabas dyan, x and y. Again, ulitin ko. Si x ipapasok pang ilang term. Sa y naman ipapasok yung value at that specific term. So, given tayo third term tsaka ninth term. Ang third term, we have 1 over 15. Ang ninth term, we have 1 over 6. So, sige, input natin. Mode 3-2. Third and then ninth term. 1 over 15. And 1 over 6. After that, you press AC. Okay, you press AC. Then you press ups. AC, then ups. And after that, you go to regression. And since we're looking for the value at the 11th term, okay, so si A11 yung hinahanap natin. So, ang gagawin mo, guys, no, palabas ka lang ng y hat. Kasi si y value yung hinahanap, di ba? Given tayo ng 11th term. So, 11th term y hat, this will give us 1 over 5. Now, be careful, guys, ha, hindi 1/5 yung final answer natin. Kasi, guys, no, itong sinosolve natin, naka-inverse po yan. So, yung nasolve natin, guys, no, this is actually equal to your 1 over your 11th term. Okay, equal to 1 over 5. Now, to get your final answer, i-inverse mo yan balik to get the 11th term that is equal to 5. Okay? So, yan yung sagot natin for number 5. Number 6. Determine the geometric mean of two numbers if the arithmetic mean and harmonic mean are 4 and 6. For example, may dalawang value tayo, dalawang number tayo, x and y. Paano ka ba mag-solve ng geometric mean? To get your geometric mean, guys, no, we solve it as the square root of x and y. Okay, pag dalawang numbers. Pag tatlong numbers, no, lagyan mo lang ng pangatlo, then erase mo pang ilang numbers yan. Now, next naman, how do we get the arithmetic mean? Arithmetic mean, ito yung normal na average alam natin. Okay, that's x plus y over 2. Now, how about harmonic mean? How do we get harmonic mean? So, ang definition ng harmonic mean, no, it is the reciprocal of the average of the reciprocals. Okay, so medyo madugo sa utak yung definition niya, no? It is the reciprocal of the average of the reciprocals. Now, with this value, i-simplify natin to, guys, no? Yung x raised to negative 1/2, or that's the reciprocal, that's 1 over x, diba? Plus 1 over y over 2. Then, after that, no, naka-reciprocal yung labas, therefore, magiging 2 over 1 over x yan plus 1 over y. And from here, no, pwede mo to actually i-simplify further. Pwede pa to. So, pwede mong gawin, you can write it as 2 over, pwede mo combine yung denominator x and y, magiging y plus x na yan, equal to harmonic mean. Then after that, no, i-simplify further natin, magiging 2xy over y plus x na yan is equal to harmonic mean. So, hindi ko explain further to, guys, ha? This is just basic na mathematical operation, no? Pag-simplify lang, high school pa lang tayo dito, okay? Now, let's transpose yung values. So, yung x plus y, ilipat ko siya sa right side, and yung 2, ilipat ko rin sa right side. So, magiging xy is equal to x plus y, na binaliktad ko lang, over 2 times your harmonic mean. Now, guys, sino man tong x plus y over 2 dito? Diba that is your arithmetic mean? So, therefore, this is now becomes arithmetic mean times harmonic mean. The next, sino man tong x times y dito? Okay? So, of course, to be careful, hindi yan geometric mean. Kasi geometric mean, naka-radical man. So, ang gagawin mo, geometric mean, square mo yan, no? Square mo rin to para mag-cancel yan. Yan na ngayon yung ating x and y. Okay, that is your geometric mean square. So, you have here gm square. So, ito na ngayon yung ating formula to solve this item number 6. Okay, so yan yung relationship ng tatlong means natin. Yung geometric mean, arithmetic mean, and harmonic mean. O sige na, let's answer the problem. We're looking for geometric mean, di ba? So, geometric mean yung hinahanap. Since naka-square yan, ilipat sa kabila, square root siya. Then you have arithmetic mean na given, which is 4. Then harmonic mean given na 9. Okay, solve natin. So, 4 times 9, that's 36. Square root of 36 will have an answer na 6. Okay, so ito yung sagot natin for number 6.